and this is week 9 reflection. So this week was a slightly disappointing week. It wasn't the best, purely because I had a setback. I was supposed to film everything on Thursday the 25th, I believe it was. However, I was extremely ill, plus my actor couldn't even come anyway. She had an appointment, unfortunately, which she had to go to, which previously she didn't know about. So that obviously was disappointing, because this week I had prepared fully, so that I could film on Thursday. It's not the end of the world, but I was expecting it to be down to the weather, but the weather was so sunny. It was so, I remember just sitting at home and looking out the window, and it was such a nice evening. I was like, damn it. But we've rescheduled to Tuesday next week, so fingers crossed it will all be fine for Tuesday. And this is why it's really important to get pre-production done on time or a little bit early, because there's going to be setbacks. Like, it's very rare that everyone can do a day, if that makes sense. And it's really unfortunate, but I'm really hoping that we can get this done Tuesday. So this week has mainly been about preparing for, obviously, production, which never came, but the preparation was excellent. I was on top of everything. I now have all of my props. I've got everything I need, so I'm ready to film, and I'm just frustrated because I want to film now, and it's a shame. So this weekend coming, I think what I'll do is make a couple of adjustments to my storyboard, possibly see if I can tweak anything, and I might try and give my website a go, because I don't necessarily have anything else to do because I've finished pre-production. So I might give my website, which is post-production obviously, I might start on that, see how far I can get on that one. So of course, what did I think might happen in week 1? In week 1, why am I saying this again? In week 9, I really thought that I was gonna, of course, film my product and then start post-production, so editing, on Monday, or even possibly go into college on Friday, even though we don't have a lesson that day. But I was quite tempted to go in and begin editing then, but of course it's not the end of the world. I still have plenty of time to get it done. So what were the challenges that I would face? Any setbacks? That was the challenges that I would face, and obviously how did I deal with them? I stayed calm about it. I'm not worried. Well, of course I'm worried, because I really want to get it done, but I'm not, because I got pre-production done early, on time. I still have time, so I'm happy with myself, because I'm very glad that I got that done, in case of a setback, and I was very right to do that, because there was a setback. So how did I prepare for this week? I was very, very prepared. I have been for the last probably 3 weeks. I've been the most prepared I've ever been. So I was prepared by being on time, meeting deadlines, getting pre-production done, getting my storyboard done, but I prepared fully by testing my equipment. So I tested the lighting, I tested the backdrop, which I figured out didn't work, which is very good that I figured that out. There was a black backdrop that I was going to use, but it looked odd in the middle of a garden, just a black backdrop. That just looked weird, so scrapping that. The only thing I tested the rope. The only thing I haven't tested is the contact lenses, but that's something that I can do. And that's purely because I'm kind of unsure whether it's whether they're 30-day contact lenses or 1-day contact lenses. I'm not sure. So I'm not going to risk it. Previously I have brought 30-day contact lenses in a product that I actually made years ago, and it was a nightmare because they were supposed to be 30-day ones. I used them once, and then we went to use them again a few days later, and they burned my actor's eyes. Like, it was just water, and I was like, oh, I felt so bad. So I really don't want that to happen again. And I think I've bought them from the same company, so I do not want that to happen again. That's why it's really important that I film everything in one day. Just get it all done. What was happening as I was making decisions? So this week I was thinking a little bit more about using the knife. Now I can confirm I'm not using the knife. I literally went to the drawer. My mum was there, and she also thinks that I shouldn't use a knife. I took out the knife and I was like, I can't use this. Like, I was looking at it and I was like, it just looks scary. And again, like I said before, the day and age we're in at the moment, I just don't deem it appropriate. So that idea has gone out of the window. I've finalised that idea. It's not going to be in it anymore. Did the week work out as expected? Of course it not. Of course it didn't. So like I said, I'm still very confident that I can get everything done. I'm not worried. What did I learn from last week? I know. I learned the importance of testing props before production, because I've never actually done that before. Because I've never really had times where I need to test props. Whereas, for example, in this, just very simply getting the rope the right size, testing it on my actor. I haven't been able to test it on my actor yet, but I tested it on my brother, who's my other actor, and just to make sure that it didn't hurt him, so that it wouldn't hurt my other actor, and testing the lights, making sure everything works, because you don't want to get to the day of production and, for example, my lights, which are extremely important in my product, I don't want to get to production and those lights don't work. That would be extremely bad. So yeah. I know. I learned the importance of testing props before production, because I've never actually done that before. Because I've never really had times where I need to test props. Whereas, for example, in this, just very simply getting the rope the right size, testing it on my actor. I haven't been able to test it on my actor yet, but I tested it on my brother, who's my other actor, and just to make sure that it didn't hurt him, so that it wouldn't hurt my other actor, and testing the lights, making sure everything works, because you don't want to get to the day of production and, for example, my lights, which are extremely important in my product, I don't want to get to production and those lights don't work. That would be extremely bad. So yeah. So yeah, I definitely learned that was extremely important, to test your equipment, test props out, everything. Just ultimate preparation, like ultimate. What are my insights on last week now? I don't deem it as a successful week. It wasn't a successful week. However, I'm really pleased that I managed to test everything out, and it gives me that little bit more time to make extra tweaks to my storyboard, just perfecting my preparation and organisation and perfecting my planning, and knowing the insides out of what I'm going to do. So it just makes the day of production so much quicker and so much more simple if I know exactly what I want to, and my actors know what they're expected of, because I will know my product inside out. And I feel like when the director knows their product inside out, that really radiates onto the actors and everyone working on the set. So what went well and why? I think the best thing that went well was probably testing the backdrop, because I really thought that was going to work. I was slightly convinced that was going to work. I tested it and I was like, this is never going to work. So I'm pleased that I made that decision. I'm also, I think what went well as well is that I finalised my decision on the knife thing. I'm glad that I just got that, like, that I'm sure that I don't want to incorporate a knife now, instead of just like a little bit do I, don't I. Now I'm like, I'm not incorporating a knife. What didn't go well, of course, the setback. That's nobody's fault. Really, no one's at fault. And even if they were, I wouldn't be angry or anything like that. I'm quite a patient person, so I feel like it's not affected me that much that we have had that setback. It's actually a matter of a few days. No one's gonna. Nothing. It's fine. It's just a few days, so I'm not too worried about that. Of course, as I mentioned before. And is there anything I could do differently next week? No, because apart from probably keep on top of my actors a bit, I think I will keep on top of them a little bit, because even my brother, who's my other actor, he had planned to have friends over, and I was like, you can't have friends over, like, you forgot, didn't you? So I just need to keep on top of him a little bit. But my other actor, she's very aware that Tuesday is definitely the day that we're gonna film. She's definitely aware that we're going to film, so yeah. And what are the long-term implications? Obviously planning and preparing, that's a long-term implication. Something that I've learned so much from this course about preparation, organisation, planning, and it's really taught me that is the way to get a successful product and to execute production effectively. And I feel like when the day comes, it's going to be brilliant, because I'm so organised, so everyone's going to be happy. The actors are going to be happy because it's not going to take too much of their time. I'm going to be happy because I can get it done quickly with no stress. Everyone's going to be happy. So yeah. So that's the end of this week's reflection, and yeah, I'll let you know next week how production goes.